Excessive salt consumption has become a pressing health concern in Nigeria, contributing to the rising burden of non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and stroke, which currently account for 29% of all deaths in Nigeria. Worried by the ugly trend, public health advocates in Nigeria are calling on the federal government and relevant stakeholders to set salt targets as well as implement and enforce policies to address health concerns linked to high salt intake. They made the call at a press conference this Tuesday in Abuja. Clevius Gloria Atta was there and now tells us more.
Nigeria records an estimated daily salt consumption reaching up to 5.8 grams per day, a statistics that dangerously exceeds the World Health Organization's recommended limit of 2 grams of sodium per day or less than 5 grams of salt per day, equivalent to just 1 teaspoon of salt daily. Reports from the World Health Organization shows that non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, cardiovascular diseases and stroke currently account for 29% of all deaths in Nigeria. According to public health experts, the statistics, although alarming, is not surprising, given the significant changes in the Nigerian diet. Over the years, the influx of processed foods and seasonings laced with high sodium on local market shelves and the growth of unhealthy fast food outlets across the country have led to a nutritional transition that poses grave risk to public health. Speaking from this standpoint, and in an effort to reverse the rising burden of hypertension and cardiovascular diseases associated with high salt consumption in the country, the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa and other relevant stakeholders have converged on this hall to call on the federal government and relevant agencies to set salt targets and enforce regulations to address health concerns linked to high salt intake in the country.
The message today is that the Nigerian government also must act very fast on implementing the salt targets. For us, we thank the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare for signing the validated policy on food safety and quality. But it's important that they move very, very fast. So much is being pushed to us as a country. There are even products in this country now that when I check them off the shelves, their description, labeling are even done not in languages we can read. This is very serious. So I think why we do our part as citizens is also to go back to NAFDAC. We'll be working with them to ensure that these targets are set, appropriate labels are made on our products, and we can also live healthy life.
We are proposing that a government collaborate with the relevant agencies, the agencies who set standards for industry, the agencies that monitor what we import and into the country, because what we import also goes into our food chain, and those who are in the food processing chain in the country, like the ministries of agriculture, etc. And in doing so, we want government to also ensure that these commercial producers of food are mandated to put labels on their products to indicate whether those products have high salt content or low salt content.
From our study, some of the products that had the highest salt content were things like meat and meat products, fish. In Nigeria, we use a lot of dried fish. And a lot of the dried fish we use, before you go to sun-dry it, you splash salt on it. Why? Salt is a preservative. You're trying to stop that food from spoiling while it is drying. So you can understand, you're putting salt and fish that is salted into soup, and you're still adding salt and still adding Maggi. There are so many factors that I could talk about.
They are confident that regulations on salt targets will not only address the rising challenges of non-communicable diseases, but will also foster a culture of healthy eating and create a positive impact on the overall health of the nation. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.